Right now, in the server room of a multi-million-dollar stadium, there is a massive 4K video wall relying entirely on a cable standard invented in the 1960s.
Yeah, which sounds kind of crazy, but it is actually incredibly common.
Welcome to today's deep dive. We are exploring a product page from HDTV Supply detailing the Kramer FC-24ETH 4-port serial control gateway.
Right, and our mission today is really to decode how this compact aluminum box seamlessly bridges the gap between traditional serial AV hardware and, modern IP networks.
Okay, let's unpack this. Basically, frame the device as a universal translator that helps old-school AV gear speak the modern language of the internet.
That is a great way to look at it, because when you look at professional audio-video setups, you have this massive technological divide.
Right.
On one side, you have your modern lightning-fast Ethernet networks, but on the other, you have highly specialized legacy equipment like audio amplifiers or massive display controllers.
And those only understand physical point-to-point serial connections. And just to, ground those terms for a second, when we talk about serial connections, specifically RS-232 or RS-485, we were talking about those clunky multi-pin connectors.
Oh, yeah, the ones from the back of a 1990s desktop computer.
Yeah, those exactly. They send data sequentially, just one single bit at a time, in this constant, unbroken stream.
Which is, the exact opposite of how modern networks function.
Right, because the internet uses TCP/IP.
Yeah, which breaks data down into distinct, routed packets. So the technical leap happening inside this Kramer gateway isn't just about, changing the shape of the plug.
It's doing all more heavy lifting.
Right. It is actively buffering that continuous serial stream, chopping it up and wrapping it in IP headers so it can actually be routed across a network.
And then it has to do the exact reverse for commands coming back.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that perfectly explains the physical specs we're looking at here. This device features one Ethernet port linking to 3 bidirectional RS-232 ports.
Yep, plus one selectable RS-485 or RS-232 port.
Right. And it supports plug-and-play IP auto setup with built-in web pages and can handle processing up to 150 kilobits per second of data.
Which is plenty for these types of commands.
But the really wild part is that it can handle up to 40 IP control clients simultaneously. It is basically a hyper-efficient hotel switchboard.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Yeah, gracefully routing 40 different people, all trying to control the same video display or audio amplifier at once.
What's fascinating here is the operational shift this allows. Historically, managing these machines required a technician physically standing next to the equipment rack with a specialized cable.
Yeah, literally plugging right into the wall.
Right. But now you are taking hardware from the pre-internet age and putting its controls directly onto a browser interface.
Which is accessible from anywhere in the local network. But knowing it acts as an impressive network switchboard, I just have to ask why someone would invest $304 to buy one today.
Well, it is discounted from the $380 MSRP.
True, but here's where it gets really interesting. Why do we still care about RS-232 serial cables in a world of wireless networks and Bluetooth?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really all comes down to absolute, rock-solid reliability.
Okay, right.
High-end AV scalers and commercial displays still use serial connections because serial doesn't drop out when the Wi-Fi gets crowded.
Like during a massive conference or a packed sports game.
Exactly. It is a dedicated physical copper pathway. It just works.
Yeah, you're paying for peace of mind, really.
Precisely.
Yeah.
However, integrating those bulletproof legacy systems with modern 4K networks is, well, it's rarely frictionless.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why HDTV Supply's free lifetime support adds so much value to this gateway.
Yeah, there's actually a specific 4.7-star review that proves the real-world value of that guarantee. A customer had a tricky 4K and 1080p resolution issue, and tech support quickly resolved it.
Which is proof that bridging decades-old serial protocols with modern IP networks will inevitably produce weird technical snags.
Right, so what does this all mean?
Well, it is an incredibly easy-to-deploy $304 solution that keeps reliable legacy AV systems viable.
Right, it means managing complex AV setups doesn't require ripping out and replacing every piece of hardware you own.
Exactly.
If a simple aluminum gateway can bring decades-old serial standards onto the modern internet, what other obsolete technology in your own life is just one smart adapter away from being completely revitalized?